Hey guys, Double Wide 6, and I'm back with part 2. We're working on a Craftsman snowblower, and we've got this screwed up auger situation. So if you saw part 1 of this video, what I got here is a snowblower that has 2 right side augers. Yeah, that's the way that goes. So I have 2 of these things that are exactly the same, and it's not pushing snow properly. This side's working, this side is not. I tried flipping it over in the last video, and that did not help the situation. And then I looked at the parts in the book when I looked up the model, and the left side and right side are different parts. So I was going to buy this part online. It was $160. I was looking at getting it used, and I couldn't find it available used. I found one guy that had this whole mechanism for sale, and looking at his pictures and talking to him on eBay, we found out that his side had 2 right sides as well. So something went wrong there in the Craftsman factory, and turns out a lot of these models use Murray parts, and this unit is no different. It's a Craftsman branded model, but it has Murray parts. And what I found is a very similar housing. I was able to buy this entire housing with the gearbox for about $70 used on eBay. And these augers are not an exact match because the holes don't line up. My holes are further apart, but this is a good gearbox. It's slightly different as far as part numbers, but I think all the sizes are the same. And what I'm going to try and do is take this gearbox. I already took it off this red unit. This was a Murray Ultra snowblower, and we're gonna try and slip it in there and move forward. And this would give me an extra gearbox for in the future. People run these things without the shear pins and end up busting up that gearbox. So that would be good parts for me. And I'm just hoping this thing will all fit in. Things are slightly different, but I think measurement-wise it should fit and work, hopefully, with the pulley and everything. So we'll see. So here's the new used gearbox, and we're going to try and slip this in here. Looks pretty good. So what we're going to do is just go through and run these bolts through and get them secured. Okay guys, so I'm just going to test this thing out. I put the pulley on the back here temporarily, and the impeller should spin this way, so these little fins face up. And if you watch this bottle of anti-seize, it's getting pushed towards the middle, towards the impeller. So that auger's on the right way, and we'll try this one spinning the same way. And you can see how it's drawing that anti-seize towards the middle. So it looks like we're going to be alright. So we're ready to move ahead and reattach the pulley. Since I had so much trouble getting this off, I'm going to put a little anti-seize on here. And there's a spacer that goes on first, and then the pulley. And the pulley goes on this way. There's a keyway, and we have an exact fit. There's 2 bolts that I need to tighten. Since I have this thing off, I'm going to add a little bit of gear oil in here. What happens is the grease in here kind of dries out, so by adding a little bit of oil, that'll help loosen it up and you know, make it a little more pliable so the gears don't end up breaking. Okay, I think we're ready to put the halves together here. I got the bottom bolts just in a little bit, a turn or two, and these are slotted on the bottom. So I'm going to try and slip this thing in here. Okay, there's a belt guide. I just loosened that up and tilted it out of the way. And I took a look at about how far it was. It was about a 1/4 inch from this pulley, so I'll put it back there when I'm done. And first thing I want to do is try and get the belt around the bottom pulley, which we're now around. And now I can let go of the tension handle. I have that clamped off. What that does is it locks that pin on there, and now it's just a matter of routing the belt. It's going to go inside here, over our pulley, and then this will get tightened down. I think we got it. Okay guys, I put the cover on. I attached the chute rotator. Just needed a little cotter pin there. Got that done. The right tire on this thing was flat, and I pumped it up about maybe a week or 2 ago, and it's definitely losing air, so I'm going to try and fix that using tire eject, and I'll make a separate video on that. But we're going to take this outside, and we're going to make sure it's spinning properly. Well guys, I got pretty lucky here. The next day it snowed about 6 inches or so, so I got to try this unit out. The unit, as far as the augers working, is working beautifully. However, I still have to make a couple adjustments to the snowblower. One of the things that I can see is that it's not clearing right down to the black, so I got to adjust the shoes on this unit. And I also have to go through the carburetor. When I was hitting some heavier snow, the engine started to bog down. So these projects are you never really know what you're getting into. This one required a lot more work and money and effort than I thought it would have. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video series, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, please put your comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.